Hey YouTube, it's Grace here. Welcome back to the Addicted to Healing podcast. I have my headphones on, plugged into my iPad, which is where I'm recording from. Also, I think it's kind of like a slanted angle right now. Sorry about that. But I have my headphones on because I'm recording in my bedroom once again. This is my Airbnb little room that I've been staying in for the past 3 weeks now, and I just have quite the story to tell you guys today. And I just recently made a video here in this room, like a couple days ago. Today's a Saturday. The video I made in this room a couple days ago was on Tuesday when I was kind of just going through it, and that's kind of like my most favorite way of making a video on here is when I'm really feeling whatever feeling I am feeling to its extent, to its optimum prime, and just literally in the thick of it. And just, yeah, I feel it in my body. And I just know that I need to get it off my chest. And since having not super very many friends in my life at this point in time in my life, for the last couple of months since I started this channel, I've just been coming on here to rant. That's basically a rundown of my fucking channel. If you're new here, welcome. And let's get into today's fucking topic of choice being, what the fuck just happened to me? What just happened to me is kind of so funny and crazy, and I feel like I kind of experienced this before a few months back when I first started this channel, as I was going through my first big heartbreak in my life. And that was the feeling of thinking this person that you know them so well and you love them so much, right? And then they completely switch up right in front of your face one random day and it's all over with. And then they do it again after it's already over with and you guys were kind of trying to be friends or whatever. But then their true colors show because they act out of character, but it's really their character, but it was out of the character that you knew them to be or who you thought they were to be because that's who they presented to be to yourself, right? That is the similar feeling I'm having with what's going on right now, which is the fact that I thought I was presented with an opportunity that was about to change my fucking life, change my fucking career, that I would be able to do things that I came here to LA to do. So obviously I have this podcast channel and I've talked about it on here before. I also really like making music, and people have a lot of opinions about that, about how my voice sounds, blah blah blah, right? But I've been growing thicker skin because of it, okay? And I'm gonna get into that topic today too, because I feel like what I just went through right now, I'm already feeling the fact that I have thicker skin over it, because my mindset, oh my god, my mindset after this just happened 10 minutes ago, this realization and this knowing that I was basically getting scammed with this opportunity. That all just hit me 10 fucking minutes ago and it really caught me off guard, and I knew I needed to just talk to somebody about it. So I just opened up my fucking iPad, and at first I opened my iPad to go on YouTube, and I was scrolling on my phone just trying to take my mind off of this utter shock, and I felt so fucking stupid for a little bit. Same feelings I was feeling when my ex really jump scared me with a breakup, and jump scared me twice, double whammied me with some stupid fuck shit he did after our breakup, after trying to be friends with me and being so sincere when he wasn't. And that is the same feeling all over again. And it's really, really funny because it seems as though I've been on this journey in life for so fucking long now. It's been 6 months since that happened, and now we're going into April 2026. That was September 2025, and then he was being weird November 2025, and now I just moved here March 2026, trying to get my life back in order after all of that stuff and a lot of toxic home family stuff. And now I feel I've been hit with another rock at rock bottom, because you see what happened was, sorry I've taken such a long time to get to this story, by the way, but what happened was basically I'm on Backstage, right? And that's back to the whole music thing. I make music and I'm kind of trying to get into acting. I don't know, I wanted to get into it last year, and I was recording my own self-tapes for the first time ever and just trying out different roles and seeing what I could really challenge myself with. And this is really funny because this opportunity literally fell into my laps. It came out of nowhere. I got an email from a casting director, and I looked her up. She's on IMDb, she's a real person. I found her Instagram. All she posts is her castings and stuff, and it seemed pretty legit. from like all the information I gathered, and I did my research, you know, like I'm not dumb. I don't believe every first thing that I see. Same feeling I had when I was dating this person. I was like, I know I'm not a dumb person. I feel like I choose the right partners. When I like someone, I feel like I don't seek out someone toxic. Okay, and I feel like I don't attract bad opportunities into my life. So it's like, for this to happen again, it's just really funny, and it's just like, whoa, like, what the fuck? But I, like, since learning this was an actual scam, which I found out it was a scam by going to their Facebook, and I, like, it seemed so real, like, for a minute there. Like, for the last week, we've been emailing back and forth. She's been, like, asking me questions, like, hey, like, do you have any health concerns, any tattoos, whatever. I sent her a picture of this tattoo I do have on my neck, and she said it's fine. Okay, asked me where I'm located, told her I'm in LA. I looked up her studios. She has 2 in LA, one in Culver City, one in Santa Monica. Okay, and then like the actual like headquarters are in like Van Nuys, or however you say that. I'm sorry if I butchered that, but yeah, like I did my extensive research, okay, and I thought I was on the right track with this person. And we've been emailing back and forth, and you know, I like sent like this old self-tape I made of myself last year, and I should have known, honestly, at that point, that when she asked for like a recent self-tape or demo reel, instead of asking me to read off like a part of the script as my submission, which she also stated submissions are only being taken like through email right now because it's like a rushed casting call, whatever. Okay. Oh, and the part was like the female lead in this movie. I did think it was kind of like strange at first that this random casting director found my email and was asking me to audition for the lead in a film that I don't even have the script for. Okay, yeah, I was like, okay, that's interesting. But like the more I thought about it and the more we were communicating, I was like, oh, you know, my favorite movie, top 3 favorite movies of all time, is Clueless. And I know the story behind that was that Alicia Silverstone basically got casted because the casting director saw her in a music video and thought she was really cute and would be the perfect role, would be the perfect fit for that role. And I thought I was having my Alicia Silverstone moment, okay, because I was like, wow, this person, like, they haven't even sent me like the script or anything. I don't know really anything about this movie. Like, she sent me a little synopsis of it and it seemed interesting, but I didn't get the script until after she emailed me and told me that I got the role. And it was funny because I apparently got the role after sending that old self-tape I made of myself last year, of me just like reading off a monologue to like something random, and I didn't even think it was that good. So I really had like, I was like, oh, I don't even know why she's asking me to like send this stuff and why she's even interested in me, but okay, like I'll just send this little clip I have. And I told her in my email, sorry, I don't have much experience in the industry just yet anyways, but I sent the little clip, and you know, I just like went about my day. That's going back to my mindset, which I'm about to talk about right now, was that my mindset in all of this was like actually really surprisingly positive and confident, like more positive and confident than I normally am about stuff like this. And I feel like I'm always like like, you know, you get excited for opportunities, right? The opportunities of your dreams, like to be cast as the lead in a movie or something. And this is like, it seemed like everything was really lining up for me to trust this. Like, this made me trust it more, especially because the week before this week that just passed, when this whole email scam was going on, I was literally selected to be in a music video just 2 Thursdays ago, and I got that role off of Backstage as well. I went to it and I kind of thought it was a scam because of the location we were at. It was downtown LA and there were some creeps around, but I like go into the studio and it was actually very legit and things worked out pretty well with that. So it's like, you know, I kind of started to believe in the magic of my reason for being here in LA and just really trusting my path for real. Like, because I finally, you know, got to do like a really cool opportunity. Like, it actually happened. Something that's like like what, like this is the work I come here to do, right? I want to be on the screen, like I want to be on the big screen, I want to be doing stuff, right? I want to be doing this and that and all that, right? And so the fact that that happened, and then the fact that I, like, a couple days later get an email from this casting director who said, hey, I saw your profile on Backstage, I want you to be the lead in my new movie, you know, I was like, okay, wait, this is kind of lining up for me. The film, mind you, was called Alignment. So I was really like feeding into it. I was like, yeah, like I got it like that. Like I'm a powerful manifester. Back to like the mindset I was in, right? But I'm not gonna say I was stupid for thinking like that. I'm gonna say I'm actually really like where I need to be, honestly, with having that mindset, like this whole entire week since receiving these emails with this person, really believing in the magic that like something like that could actually fucking happen for me, that I could actually have my Alicia Silverstone moment and just randomly be selected to be in a fucking movie, and it could take off super well and kickstart my fucking career. Like, why would you just not believe in that when it seems like the opportunity is like actually there, you know? I feel like anyone in my position would have felt the same way. And that's something I used to say about my most recent breakup, is that anyone in my position I feel like would have seen it the same way. All the things I saw and felt and imagined, okay, like, and not that like I imagined much, but you know, like when you're just seeing the potential in something and it's like, oh yeah, like, you know, having a positive mindset. Like I was thinking like, oh my god, like how cool is it gonna be when I get to tell my friends and family back home that I was just in a fucking movie, that I, like, third week here in LA, got casted to be the lead in a fucking movie. Like, are we serious? Because that's what happened my second week being here. I got casted to be an extra in a fucking music video. And it's not like an extra where it's like a room full of like 50 random people just standing around doing nothing but talking and looking at each other. No, my guy, it was two other girls, and we were just like basically having a party all to ourselves behind the artist while he's like performing in front of us, and we're just like dancing around, flashing lights, and just having a good fucking time for like 3 hours straight. Like that was like amazing, and it worked out so well, so much better than I thought, because I thought there was gonna be like at least 10 people there, maybe like 20, and it was gonna be like some sort of like Grammys after party vibe, because that was like the text they sent in the description and all that. And it turned out only 3 of us showed up, but it wasn't even depressing. It was really fun, and it felt so intimate and cool, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you know, like sometimes things can really work out better than you can even see them working out, right? And it's not like I was like hoping and believing that this shoot was gonna go so well. I was just like, okay, let's just see if this is real. I'm gonna go to this location, I'm gonna see if like I'm being scammed or whatever. And I don't think that was like too negative of a mindset to be in. I was really just like, okay, let's just see what happens if I do this. Let's just see if I'm getting myself into trouble or whatever. Which, like, I wasn't really thinking like that. I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna see where this takes me. And I'm glad I did. I came really close to leaving that day though, because I didn't really see very many people going into the building we were supposed to go into, and I was like, maybe I should leave. And I was texting, I guess, like the casting director. Well, he was the video director too. I was texting him and he wasn't getting back to my texts about it, like, oh, like, am I in the right location or whatever. He kind of stopped replying after a minute, and I was like, what the fuck, I might as well just go back home. I took a bus to get there to downtown, and I was like, I might as well get on it now. It's like 7 o'clock before the sun sets at 7:30. I don't want to be out here at dark. Like, it's scary out here in this part of town. But right when I was about to leave, I saw 2 guys walk upstairs in this garage. Followed them. It turned out to be the fucking director and the artist. And they had texted me saying they would be there a little late. So see how that worked out, because then there was only 3 other girls, and we ended up fucking partying for like 3 hours straight. And it was really fun. Everyone was super sweet. The director was nice. The stylist lady, she's really cool. And so was the guy, and so were the 2 girls. And I made friends that day, and one of them drove me home, and it was really sweet and nice. I didn't have to take the bus back home at 9 p.m. at night. Like, the fuck, like. So I was like, cool. Like, I'm glad I was like holding out that like good mindset, that like, oh, okay, like, let's just see how it plays out. And I did see how it played out, and it played out really freaking well. So Of course, that is obviously the mindset I've been going into with everything I've been applying for since that day happened, because I was like, yeah, like I'm meant to be here. I had so much fun that day. Why not have more? Why not apply to more stuff like that? Why not actually try to make this fucking work? Like, which is obviously what I intended to do coming out here all by myself with like nothing to my name. Like I know I have to make it work out here, okay? And I'm still in that mindset. Like, it really is all or nothing right now, and I'm not trying to like put too much pressure on myself with that being said, but it's just like, I don't want to, I really so badly do not want to go back to my old life in any capacity, even when it comes to just making money on the daily. Like, I had a dream the other night before this whole casting fiasco went down that I was working in a restaurant again, which is like kind of like the only line of work I've been doing for the last 5 years, and it was the absolute worst. Like, I felt like people were just talking to me like I was stupid, and I'm not fucking stupid, but like it was basically my first day on the job, and everyone was kind of just treating me like shit and giving me too much of a workload. Not that like I could handle, but it's just like I've been so used to taking on everyone else's slack, and in the dream it was just so unexpectedly thrown at me all on my first day. The lady that owned the fucking restaurant, who was also supposed to be training me, ended up just sitting down grabbing a meal with her family mid-rush shift, and I'm kind of left to myself to take care of everything because my other coworker is busy doing whatever she's doing, but it's not as much as I'm doing. I'm literally taking on the load of the manager and my other coworker, and it's like busy as fuck. And let me tell you, that's probably something that has actually happened in my real life at a point in time as a waitress. Yeah, I'm sure, somewhere in there during 5 years. But yeah, after waking up from that dream, I was really terrified. I was like, I know 100% I don't really want to go back into that. I don't ever want to experience that terrible feeling again of like knowing that you're good at what you do, even if you don't love it, but knowing that you're good at what you do and just not getting the fucking basic proper respect for that, right? And I feel like that was quite the message of a dream, because I had that dream after contemplating with the universe, with God, like, hey, like, is it okay that I haven't really gone and applied to like a real day job just yet, just to make money? Like, because I have rent to pay staying here at this Airbnb. But like, I was trusting in the universe that like, oh, maybe like I don't have to do work like that ever again. And then I had that dream and I woke up from it and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Maybe, yeah, that's really the universe saying like, if you go back into a job like that, know what the fuck to expect. Know that it's not going to be pretty. Know that you're definitely gonna want to get out of it and never return back to it. And like, duh. And it's like, I know I have to come up with money at some point, but it's like, when that's really all I know how to do, because I didn't go to college, I don't have a fucking degree, and I'm not really like, I don't have experience doing anything else. I've thought of doing other jobs before, right? But honestly, just like the easiest, fastest thing I could do would be to get back into a restaurant. But I've really just been having so much trust that things are going to work out, that I don't have to do anything I don't want to do just to be taken care of, just to be stable, because this whole period of my life has been super unstable for so long, and I feel like being here is finally the first step on getting back into track with restabilizing my life. And that's just where my mind has been, like, since that music video, since that dream, since that fake casting call email. Like, I was really like, oh my god, like, this is like legit. This is like, I'm doing shit, bro. Like, I came here to do what I said I would do, and it's finally fucking working out, right? And I seriously don't blame myself for having that mindset, like, because you know what I've realized now, which is actually really why I wanted to make this video. I realized, like, within that 10 minutes of me, like, finding out that, oh, this is a scam as fuck, I found out from their Facebook page saying that that email is not their real email. They have a whole different email, not associated with either of that, any of that. But since, like, feeling the shock and the stupidity I felt for a little bit, immediately after, I was just like, well, obviously I was more like, oh my god, why, universe? Why would you let me believe something like that? Why would you let me almost get scammed like that? Why would you play with me like that? Okay, and then I was like, wait, actually, I think this is really like setting me up for obviously the more right opportunity to come into my life, right? And this is like probably like law of detachment or something like that, law of assumption. Of course, like I believe in all of that. Duh. Like I talk to the universe. The universe is, yeah, that's me. That's for me. Okay. And hello, like I also just always believed one door closes, the universe opens a new door. You miss one opportunity, you didn't really fucking miss it. No, it made room for the more right opportunity to come in. And I'm sure that's actually where I'm headed after this, because it is simply the fact that I believed in this so hard, and I really believe still that I'm supposed to be doing stuff like that, stuff that lights me up inside and lets me be creative and just not feel like a slave to something I don't want to do just for money. Like, are we serious? No, I truly believe I can get paid for doing fun, creative things in life, things that I want to do, where like I get to let my like true self shine, my inner child shine, and just play and have fun. I get paid to fucking exist, my guy. Like, that is my mindset. That's been a mindset I've been working to be in for so long, and I actually do really feel like I'm here now in it for real, like more than I've ever been in it. Okay. And I really think this was honestly probably just like a test with that like, oh, do you really believe in things happening for you, Grace? And here is something that isn't necessarily exactly what you're asking for, because I also like, I wasn't asking to actually be in a movie. Like, when I go on backstage, I mostly have been applying to music videos, more stuff like that, or just small little commercials, because I don't have a lot of acting experience, like I stated before. But the music video was really fun. I was really most specifically really like looking for another music video to do, because that was like, it was so like energy and like exhilarating and fun and yeah and girl and ooh, okay, I wanted something that felt just like that again, or better. Okay, so when I did get that email, I was kind of like, a movie isn't really my thing right now. But like, even when I got the script though, which mind you, like I didn't get the script until they told me I got the part. Okay, another red flag, right? But yeah, it was like I read the script and I loved it. I fell in love with it. I actually wish this was a real movie I could be in right now, because it's amazing. So who knows, like if the movie isn't already like made and they just ripped it off of somebody, maybe I'll actually be able to be in that movie for real. And it's coming from a real casting director. Maybe that's what's next. I don't know. Something like that. But it's like, yeah, like this was definitely a test to, I guess, like maybe my belief, my self-belief in myself to be able to do stuff like this, and that I deserve stuff like this to happen to me. Like the real deal, obviously, not the scam. But also to believe in the universe and trust that I am really protected, and that the universe really has me, that the universe really got me like that, that the right opportunities really are on their way to me and will come knocking at my door unexpectedly, and that my belief in magic is real, because it is real. I really do believe that. And I do think that a lot of the best things in life do come out unexpectedly. Like how my music video shoot went, like I really like, you know, like most people didn't show up to that. Like the reason why there was only 3 of us girls at that shoot was because a lot of them just didn't trust the area and were getting freaked out and they fucking left. And like maybe that's a good thing that they left, but it's like a good thing that I stayed, because I got hella fucking screen time. So did the 2 other girls in the video. Like, and that's just like all you could ask for when you're wanting to be on camera, right? Is to have a lot of fucking screen time, especially when you're not the fucking lead. So that really did work out so much better than I fucking expected, and I really like didn't even know what to expect, because I thought about leaving too. But look what happened when I didn't, like. So yeah, and that's not like advice to like hang around in anything that's like giving you nerves or anything. Like, hell no. If you feel like you should leave, leave. Because yeah, I cannot speak for anyone else's situation. That was super like specific and divinely curated for me. And I was just trusting my gut. And I will always tell you guys to trust your gut. Don't trust mine. Trust yours. It's yours for a reason. But yeah, like all that to say though, it's like this has put me in the fucking mindset I know I need to be in for when the right opportunity does come knocking on my door. And I feel like that is the same realization I had back when I was going through this breakup too, because it's like, oh, well, now I know what to expect, obviously, when I am deeply in love with someone again, and like, obviously now I know just how deeply I can love, and that I am a deep person, and that I require someone just as deep or deeper than me to be in love with them and to build a life with them, right? So I don't get my fucking heart broken and put myself in a position I don't want to be in ever again. But also, coming out of that has also put me in a mindset to believe in love again, to like know that like love and commitment doesn't have to feel so like restraining and like a trapped feeling, because I feel like maybe there was an era of time I was a little bit of an avoidant before getting into this relationship with this person. And I remember just like literally kind of like fearing marriage. Like I always knew I wanted to be married at some point in time, but I put such a like very long, distant, far away time frame on that. Like I always imagined that happening in my fucking 30s and having kids after age like 35, like, because I always wanted my career to come first, and also I just like don't want to feel trapped by a man. I don't want to slow my life down for like the wife and kids role just yet. Like I want to do as much in my career as possible for as long as possible, right? Until I really feel it in my bones that I'm ready to be a mommy, okay? To be a wife, like, but we're not there yet, even though I really do crave being a mother. But when it's really the time, it will be the time, okay? And I don't know exactly when that's going to be. Obviously, it could be sooner. It could be sooner than my 30s. And I actually believe that now, which is something like my 1 year younger self can believe, because without like being in this relationship that I was in, because at that point in time, I was loving this person. I kind of did see them in my future like that. They're like, oh, this is what it's like to feel in love and like actually kind of want to be around someone every day, because that was kind of part of my fear in marriage, is that like, oh, I might get sick of them, I might get sick of this person, because I really like my alone time a lot, and I don't want anyone to ruin that. And like I said, like I don't like feeling trapped in a relationship. No matter how much I like you, it's like I need a lot of fucking space. However, I don't give myself a lot of space in a relationship at the same time, because if I really love you and I'm consumed by you, I do want to be by your side, attached at the hip 24/7. But I also know it's not what I need. Like I can feel it in the time that it's happening. Like, oh, I have to remember to like not forget myself. But I've done it before. Like, that was like past me. She's forgotten herself in her relationships. Okay, but it's something I'm very aware of now, that like I can still honor my alone time while being committed to somebody. Like that's a thing, okay? That's a thing healthy fucking people do, and I want to be as healthy as possible in this life that I get to live, and have the healthiest love and marriage and children possible, and life and career and friends and family and all the good things in life, okay? I just want a lot of goodness, okay? And if I know how to avoid the badness, I'm going to do my best to do that. So, especially with all the things I've learned in life, like that's the best thing you can do after coming out of bad situations, is obviously to apply what you've learned and to go about everything from a much better, broader, and more knowledgeable aspect and lens, and to actually be able to attract the good things you want in life without having to sacrifice yourself or anything about you, anything you like or whatever, because we always come back to ourselves at the end of the day, and at the end of any hard time, and at the end of any good time too. It's still, you're coming back to you. So it's like, this is your life. Make it as best as you possibly can. Like, don't, if you want to ruin your life, that's you. But I'm just not a person who wants to like live with regret, or just put myself in situations that are gonna hurt me just to feel something. Like, I'm just not into that anymore. Like, yeah, I'm a deep person and I have liked dark, like gut-wrenching things and people before, but it's like at the end of the day, I don't really survive off of that. Like, it actually kills me. And I used to like that killing feeling, it made me feel alive. But I'm over it now. Like, I can feel alive in a much better sense, You know what I'm saying? I can still be deep. Even if I haven't felt that good depth just yet. I know it's possible. And I'm striving for that. Going onward from that situation in my life. Same thing here after almost being fucking scammed. From this casting call. Like, bitch, like, when I'm in a fucking real movie, like, you'll know, like I fucking got there because of this mindset I'm in right now, that I actually fucking believe I can be in a good fucking movie and it's not a fucking scam, and that I have the fucking like potential and capability to do it. Because you know, the funny thing is too, when I was reading that script, I really really liked it. It was a really good script. It seemed like a real like legit movie. Like it seemed like a movie I would fucking watch. It's a sci-fi thriller, and like I always told myself that if I were to ever actually get into TV and movies one day, that I would love to be in like a sci-fi thriller or something like that, or just something sci-fi related. Like I was really kind of more like thinking of a TV show rather than a movie, but I'm open to movies too, because like some of my favorite movies are fucking Star Wars, and I love Futurama, like where like the humans and the robots are friends, not enemies, you know? And that's basically like part of what the movie was about, except well, like it was like an AI robot, and like it started off friendly and then turned evil and fucked everyone's money up. But it was like so cool. Like reading over the script, I was like, yeah, I would actually do a movie like that. And who knows, I probably will, like at some point in time, I probably will get to do a really cool sci-fi movie or TV show where like my best friend is a robot or something, or an alien from another planet, and that's just how the world works in this movie or film or TV show or whatever. And yeah, it's like it gives you a Star Wars vibe, it gives you a Futurama vibe. Like that's what I would love to be in. Like that's so cool. I'm probably fucking manifesting that right now. Like yeah, I am, because I'm in this great mindset to be able to attract things like that in my life, and to know that's still something that I want, you know? And I feel like I was just, it's so funny that like the name of this fake film or whatever was Alignment. That was the name of it, because literally reading over it and like everything, it felt like the whole opportunity, it felt aligned to me, you know, especially with like what it was about. And my character that I played, I felt like that was like me. Like I was reading over the lines, and I was just kind of surprised at how easily I felt like I could do the lines, specifically with like the lack of experience I have, because I'm like, girl, I know I'm not really like an actor, you know, like I'm aware that like I can't convey a lot of emotion on screen if I'm reading off a script. And so I do these super long videos because I don't have a script, I just have what's on my mind currently at the moment, or just something on my chest I've been wanting to get off for a while. That's just what this little podcast is about, you know, like everything comes from the heart here. Reference to my shirt. But yeah, I'm just literally speaking from the heart on this channel every time I upload. And like it's just so like funny that like I really felt myself in this character. I'm like, damn, this is how I actually talk, this is how I communicate. Like I feel like I don't really have to rehearse so much over these lines. And today is a Saturday, tomorrow's a Sunday. The last email she sent me, well, one of the last emails she sent me was that we were going to start rehearsals on Zoom starting Sunday at 8 p.m. And, you know, I got the last email on Friday of her confirming my role in it, in the film. And I was like, okay, cool. All day Saturday and like a little bit on Sunday, I'm going to just look through the script and rehearse, try to get as best as I possibly can before like our real rehearsal starts. And then she said after that Zoom meeting, we're going to go into actual on-set rehearsals and start filming and blah blah blah, right? So like last night and today I was reading over the script, and that's when I started to fall in love with it and fall in love with my character. And I was like, damn, like I actually think I got this in the bag. Like for one, I've already gotten it this far, I've already made it this far. I didn't even have to send like a real audition in. I was just sent in some old crappy like scrap fucking whatever it was, monologue reading, right, that like I know I didn't fucking nail. I don't fully 100% like that video, but I sent it in anyways, and they fucking accepted me. And it's really funny because like I didn't fully 100% believe it at the time that I was gonna get selected, but after I got fucking selected though, well actually after she said they were gonna review the footage, that's when I kind of started to believe, because I was like, okay, because she said we'll review everything in the morning, and if selected we'll send you an email by noon. And I was like, all right girl, all right, noon my ass, because this is another red flag that this lady would be emailing me like late at night, like 11 p.m 12 a.m, like I was like, damn girl, you work fucking late. And she never really emailed me much during the day. I was like, what the fuck do you have going on during the day that you can't email me at that time? But I was like, all right, maybe it is because she's just working at the studio like so long in the day or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, anyways, I was just like, okay, noon, whatever. If she gets back to me, she's gonna get back to me like way later, okay? That's what I thought about all day on Friday. I was like, yeah, she'll get back to me, but it's not gonna be at noon. And when did she email me? 10 fucking p.m. Yeah. And that's when I was like, oh yeah, man, like I got this shit in the bag. I can manifest literally anything out of my ass because I didn't fucking like see this thing on Backstage. I didn't apply to it. This random ass casting director just reached out to me out of nowhere. And her legit, like her fucking like username on her Gmail address seemed legit. But you know, thank God I looked it up because now I know. And the next time I get emailed by a casting director, no, it's gonna be, for one, it's gonna be a real casting director next time, okay? But I will definitely double and triple check their emails again. This time around, my fucking search will be a lot more thorough this time around, okay? But obviously, you know, like it's gonna have to be real the next time because the fuck, like, why would the universe scam me twice? I mean, they can try, but I'm still gonna look up all the information I need to. And what made me want to look it up was the most recent email where they're asking for a little bit of information, and I just was reading through that and I was like, this seems a little off, you know? Like, I didn't get anxious or anything, which is funny. This whole time I haven't been anxious about any of this, not even like the music video I did. And I thought that was a good thing because I've been learning now that like butterflies are kind of like your body like warning you of something bad, like a bad person or bad place, experience, whatever that you might be getting into. And if you don't listen to that feeling, that's when you fucking learn through the experience of this person or this place or this opportunity that it just ultimately hurts you in the end. And that's what your body was trying to tell you when it had the butterfly feelings at first. And so I've been learning that when a real good thing comes to you, you are more calm and like your body's not in a fucking state of panic. No, it's calm and it just knows. Like you just know that it's right. You don't have anything to fucking question or anything, right? That's what we've all heard about, like with love. It's like when you know, you know. Okay. And I thought I knew with that person from my past, but actually I do remember having really intense butterflies for him, and he ended up being the worst heartbreak of all time for me. So I definitely believe that now, that yeah, you need to listen to those butterflies when you feel them, because they might just be fucking warning you. They are fucking warning you of something bad to come. So like, get away from whatever is making you feel that feeling. If it's really, if like you can sense that it's really not right for you, it's probably fucking not. So dead that shit before it tries to dead you. Like the fuck, like yeah. But yeah, that's basically just like the moral of the story here is that like always trust your intuition, for one, and two, like yeah, I think it's still healthy for me to be in this feeling with my body, of this feeling of calmness, this feeling of easiness, and trusting that yeah, good things can fall out of the sky right into my lap just like that. Because why wouldn't they? Like, why wouldn't the universe support me, support Grace Rose Key? Like, that's who I am, and I've given this world so fucking much, like so much of me that maybe I shouldn't have, and so much of me that I should have, like making this channel and putting out my creativity in all the ways that I do with my music and with trying to be an actress and whatnot, trying to be in someone else's music video as an extra. Like, I am always feeding my inner child when I do stuff like that. I'm making myself happy and I'm healing the world with my creativity, with the songs I write, with the videos I make, like with the encouraging things I post. Like, I know I'm always giving a lot, so it's like, you know, it's about time I start getting a lot of that and more back into my life, right? I also believe that's why so many bad things are no longer in my life right now, because it is making room for the good things. I still fucking believe that. So I think this was my test. My test, and also like a proof of my strength, I guess, a proof of my mental strength and my faith in the fact that I can have good things like that, and that, you know, like now I'm just in a better, like I'm really in the energy to be able to attract it for real this time. I attracted the fake, the scam, and you know what comes after that? You attract the real thing. You know, it's just like with a heartbreak. You attracted someone to break your heart. Well, now you're going to attract someone who can add more love into your heart. Obviously, of course, after you add more love into your heart first, yourself, that's always important. Please do that. And then, that person can come and add their heart with your heart, and you guys don't lose each other. You don't lose yourselves in the relationship. It's actually really, really good. And yeah, so why wouldn't it be the same for my career opportunities? Like mama's gotta make some money here and also like have fun while doing it and live a life she doesn't regret. And that's what's on the fucking horizon for me. Grace Sarah's Key, your Addicted to Healing podcast host. And yeah, so I hope this really inspires you guys out there to chase your fucking dreams and continuously believe in the magic that is there all around you, and to just attract great things into your life. And definitely watch out for scams and do all your research on anybody that contacts you for anything special that you want to get yourself into. Please make sure you do your research. And yeah, that is pretty much it for today's episode. If you made it this far, please leave a like and a share and a comment and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Love ya. Bye.